Okay, Assalamualaikum guys, and apa ni? I'm back with another video. So I just finished a smaller project that I was thinking last time. This basically is a continuation of the project I did last time, which is uh, apa ni? Which is this one. Oh, sorry. Uh, this one talk to AI using
So
Python and
we are back.
ChatGPT. So basically, what I'm thinking of this time is to add functionality a bit to the chat that we are having with the AI. So basically, the idea is instead of just talking about anything, we are basically attaching that conversation to a database so that we can actually ask the AI uh, to query database and answer our question regarding our business maybe. All right, so there's 10 steps to finish this project. Basically, I'm creating three tables. You'll notice here there's a category, products and sales. I was thinking to also have a purchasing and stock table, but thinking then I don't want to make this too long of a video. So I just have like three, because this is enough to prove the concept anyway. Right. So the second is actually to set up the ORM to manage the tables, and then I mock up all the data for these three tables, and then I created a dynamic SQL runner method so that the AI can actually generate a SQL and any kind of SQL, then have it run through this method. And then created a LLM method to translate from from natural language to a valid SQL query. Then we run the query. That's the sixth method. And then we're going to translate the result from the query back into natural language. Um, and then after that, I created a loop event. Basically, this is basically reusing the previous codes from the previous project. So create a loop event to capture the user voice input. And then from there, we run the speech to text on that audio and then feed it to the method number 5 above, which is actually to convert or translate the message or the user input into a valid SQL query. Right, so on success of method number 7, which is when we translate back the query result back to a natural language, then we're going to feed this into a text to speech, and then the text to speech method will voice it up, right? So let's look at the table first. So these are the three tables I created. So although there's 5 here because I'm using the ORM, but just we only have 3 tables that are populated, which is the product categories. So I only put 3 product categories, and I have like 15 products, and also generated a bunch of sales record just for June only. So we can just play around with that later. Okay, so let's look at the code. What do we have? Um, I did not bother to actually, structure the code base to a very proper, enterprise level. I just, want to have this finished as quickly as possible because it's just the proof of concept. So I only have like 4 files. DB is basically have the DB methods and also the database schemas. Then we have the OpenAI utilities where we have the translate to SQL and also translate to natural language. I'm reusing the Smarty Pants persona that we have last time. Just add a little bit here and there to make it more spunky. And then we also have the generate speech, which we are going to use the OpenAI text to speech apa ni method lah, actually feature. Right. So then we have a transaction apa ni file or class, not a class but just a file module where we are going to process the input, where we are going to create these four steps. Satu, dua, tiga. Well, basically three steps into one transactional sequence lah, right? So because in the main.py, when we have or when we recognize the audio coming from the input or from the user, then we can actually fit that into that you know process or method. All right. So and this is what we're going to use to basically voice out the the audio file that provided from the text to speech utility from OpenAI. So we are using simple audio for this. I tried with PyDub. For some reason, doesn't work on my laptop. And I also tried what's the other one? Pygame. And also for some reason, I'm having a lot of problem with that. It's probably something to do with the asynchronicity of running this project, because this project is entirely created from AI. I mean AI generated code. I just ask them to basically generate all the codes lah. So all right. So with that, let's just have one run on this. So run it. Just gonna run the main file. So basically, the idea is you can only ask question regarding the database and nothing else, because because we don't really allow normal conversation, because everything that's the user input will be will be attempted to convert into SQL query. So if you say hello, there's no way that thing can be translated or transformed into a SQL query. So I'm not gonna show that. I'm just gonna focus more on what we can ask uh, the data in the database lah, right? So let's start off with what is our product categories?
Oh, look at that. We sell shirts, pants, and shoes. Groundbreaking stuff, right?
Yeah. How many products do we have?
Ugh, we literally have 15 products. Like, can we get a new product day or something? This is so last year.
All right. Okay, let's go a little harder on the SQL generation. Uh, what is the total sales on shirts on the first week of June 2024?
All right, Smarty Pants, total sales on shirts for the first week of June 24th, 6,653.99 bucks. Go buy yourself some new socks.
Notice the 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 SQL query that is generated. That is pretty cool, because it actually took, I think this one is sales date greater. This is the whole month, if I'm not mistaken. It's not the first week, right? No, it's 24th. So this is actually the last week, not the first week, right? Less than. Okay, anyway, let's just because all this is just proof of concept. So if there's any problem, I should just debug it. All right, so Compare the last 2 weeks of June 2024 and see whether the sales of pants is higher on the between the 2 weeks lah. Wow.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay, this is a little complicated, I guess. Uh, we should change the prompt maybe. Okay. Compare the last 2 weeks of June 2024 on the sales of shirts and see which one is higher.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay, so I guess we need to see if this guy can improve the prompting for the guy who do the sequel, I guess. I think something to do with this maybe. Shirts. Let's try looking at the product category instead. So what is the product category of shirts? It's one product category ID one. Okay, let's try and change that. Mana dia? Mana dia? Mana dia? Mana my words tadi? Okay, compare the last 2 weeks of June. Last 2 weeks of June 24 sales of product category one. Okay, compare the last 2 weeks of June 2024 and see whether the product category one is higher on between those 2 weeks.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay. This is when we're trying to actually do something a bit more complicated. Probably just lost in translation. Okay, let's just see, if we can actually get the total sales. Okay. All right. See the total sales of shoes on the third week of June 2024. Okay.
Oh, looky here, buddy. It's a whopping zero. Total sales of shoes in the third week of June 2024? Nada, zilch, zip.
Are you sure? Shoes. Okay. Let's try shirts maybe. Um, see if we can get the total sales of shirts in the third week of June 2024. Seriously, shirts. Okay.
OMG, like seriously? There's literally nothing. Zero. Nada. No sales for shirts that week. Sucks to be a shirt seller, huh?
Okay. And just to product category ID one. All right. See if you can see if you can get the total sales of product category one for the third week of June 2024. All right.
All right, listen up. So the total sales for product category 1 during the third week of June 2024 hit a whopping $5,007.21. Like, why not $6K though? Anyway, better start saving those pennies.
All right. Okay. So obviously there are things to be enhanced, but this is just to give you an idea that we can actually use AI uh, to basically just have a conversation with your database. It sounded weird, but it is possible for sure. Uh, so with that, I'll conclude this video. See you next time. Peace.